Welcome to my back step. We got some snow to clear here, and this battery is almost dead, so gotta get you plugged in. I'll get back with you in a minute and let you know what's on the go for today. Well, now, after dropping everything to get in here, literally, I'm here. The door's not closing right. I'm gonna need to get my plane or something, plane off, a little shim off of it. That's not gonna happen today. I have some other plans for today. I've got my stove funnel. I've got a back plate for the stove so I can get rid of the rocks, hopefully stop this snow. What most of all came in through all this area here. This is not on anymore, so I'm going to reattach this. I'm going to put my stove out to reattach this, tie this up out of the way. It's very annoying. So, first things first, let's get these rocks out of the way. I bring some tie wire in to tie my stove and my funneling and stuff, so I'm not going to worry about it moving and stuff like that anymore. Already. Nope. Well, then that's good enough for that. This is to be taken down. I'm going to need this. I'm going to use this for a bracket for my new stovepipe. I do have some pliers there so I can shape it, although it's pretty rusty, so it's easy to shape anyway. Now, let's see how well this is going to work out, because the heights is what I'm most interested in. Just this. I'm going to do it. Now, I'm going to next. There's a little backwards in me. Hammer down before it loses it. So this is only temporary stop measures until I get everything up and running, so that's okay for now. And I have a back plate for my. I have a back plate now for my stove, and it says warning electrical hazard. That's probably going to stink when I turns on my stove for the first little while, so I will be doing that today. Put a nail there on the top just to hold it in place. It doesn't need, like the beard, it doesn't need a big support. There. Just put in a nail and bent it down. Now, let's get this tacked down. I got little nails there for that. There we go, my little box of trusty spills. I'll call it spills because I've spilled them everywhere. This side I'm not even so worried about because the stick will hold that on, but I'd still rather have it tacked a little bit just for safety, you know me. Might always not do things smartly, but I do try to do them safely. Another one. Yeah. Oh. It's okay. That looks a lot better. Looks more like a stove, and I shouldn't get a whole lot of. The coal I put in that was almost perfect. It was just a little tiny bit too big, but it was almost perfect. And it would have fit just so. Now I know, yeah, I have a bottle of water out here, which is super cold. I'm going to have some of that now. Now that I have my stove done, I can light a fire. I'm still going to lose a lot of heat from up here. I'm not going to lose hardly any heat from over there anymore. The thermometer is currently reading about 39. So it's not freezing. It's not super warm. I do have to split a little bit of wood though before I can do that. So let's work on that now. Get my fire going. Get me warmed up a little bit. Not that I really need it, but kind of wants it. Nice to have all those big rocks on here. It looks better, you know, without all the big rocks there. When I get the piece for the floor here, it'll be that much better again. I think I already got some stuff half split up. I do have something to cook out here today, and it's not an MRE. I got my knife left out up there. All my knives and that get in the comfy seat today. I don't know why. My hammer, my knife. Look at this. Shocking. Snow all over. I know, tough stove's a little wet. That's fine. I have no doubt I'll still be able to get this to burn. And my stove is probably a bit wet too, I can't see. But I'll work on it, on the same, get it going. I do have some little bits that I bring from home, out of the house there as well. That'll help this burn. And any of you guys that have been following my lives will know exactly what this stuff is from when I takes it out. starting to snow. Yay. Should be good enough. With the little bits that I got, I'll show you in there now. These here. And of course I got some trusty birch bark. Oh, right here. Not a big lot, but should be enough to get that going good. Let's roll it on top of this for the moment. Now, glove. Let's put a couple of pieces in the bottom. On my layer, which I think is here. It's my lighter. I gotta move my bag anyway because it's gonna get way too hot there next to the stove. Now my stove is going. A few of these bigger pieces. Now that my stove is snap, crackle, and popping away, not as loud. It's burning good though. I'm getting a little bit of smoke leak around the door. That's to be expected because it's not a real door. But ooh, it's super hot. funneling is working fantastic, as is the stove jack. It's doing its job. I shouldn't get any wind blowback now through the funneling either, so that's a good thing. And I can very easily open the door, add some more wood when I need to. I don't really need to right now, but I'm going to put a couple in there and let it burn. The only thing is that piece on the door needs to be fixed. I need to put a proper hook there for hooking on the handle, because as the stove heats up, that heats up and it bends. What can you do? I can already feel heat building up in here, which is really nice. I'm going to work on getting some of these lights filled in now and get them fixed up a bit. There to stop any snow from blowing in. Oh, yes you will. Look at that. Aha. That effectively plugged up another hole. Wasn't a big one. Good to get it plugged up, but nonetheless. The true test will come now is with the stove going. I don't think I will with all of this open, but with the stove going, will it build up enough heat to melt the snow on the floor? I'm thinking it's not going to. Just simply because. But who knows? It might. We'll be out here with no shirt, no jacket or nothing on in a little bit. I also bring a light, just in case it wasn't bright enough in here, but it is still with this open. When it bars this up, I think it's going to block off a lot of the light. I'll put a couple of little windows over there. I think I'll put a window here and maybe one in the door. I'll see. It's definitely going to be one up over here on the wall part. I don't know about the door yet because I haven't quite worked that out. Got an idea in my head, but ideas in my head don't always work out. Get some of this wood there so it can dry a bit next to the stove. There's the hot seat next to the stove. I might have to move that a little, depending. The heat shield on the back is working perfectly. I haven't gotten any fumes or nothing from it yet, but the stove is just starting, so. Dang, look at the stovepipe turning in colour. That means it's doing its job. These little pipes are meant to be flexed. That's why I was able to bend that one in such a strange angle. But it's good that it worked out that way. I may pick up another couple of these and replace the square piece that I put on it, but the square piece that's on it now out there won't hurt anything at the moment. One thing, I can see some smoke here. And I'm thinking it's, yeah, there's just a little piece touching this piece of wood. So that's just one spot that I'm going to have to keep an eye on up on the top of the stove jack. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know if you'll see it coming out there. Every now and again a little puff of smoke comes out of it. And it could be coming back from the end of the pipe is there too. It's throwing a nice heat out of it there now, boy. Well, the thermometer has already gone up 3 degrees. Keeps my drink on the floor so it stays warmer. Stays colder. Let's see what I can start doing with this. Need my hammer. Little saw. Big glove. My little nails. And of course some of these sticks. Would be nice to show you that while I was doing it, what? I'll just put this piece on here. I'll take this one off now. I really gotta move my wood net before it does that though. So I'm just gonna sit for a minute and see what I can do. Debate on what I want to do with my wood net. That's what I gotta do. I don't really have that much there at the moment. Well guys, I'm not getting nothing done just sitting here, am I? It just looks having the wood stove going. I did in sitting here though figure out how all the snow got in. And that's where I was working on it over there. I accidentally pulled it back further over here. So the snow was blowing in through there. So that's going to have to wait to get fixed, unfortunately. That's all I'm going to do about that. I am going to put my wood in one of these black totes that I had, the fishing totes. And sit on that piece of cardboard because it's softer than the wood. Right, I only got a chair out here and I'm still sitting on a piece of wood. That's okay though. My little pencil goes in my little jar. That lays over there. Garbage. Stove is burning nicely. It did have a little issue there a minute ago, but I just blew some air into it and now we're burning good. Real good. Okay. So that's working wonderfully. I'm just gonna move some of this wood net out of the way now. Then when I get that down, then I can start putting some more of these lights on this side here and sealing that right off. Yeah. I just gotta think about it for a minute and see where I want to put it. I think I'll just put it right where it's 2 at the moment. I'm just going to flip one of them upside down, right side up, because it's already upside down. And that way it'll give me something to lay the wood in, and it'll be up off the ground. There's holes in the bottom of these pans, so they're broken. So anything that does get in them will just run right on out, water-wise. I mean, that piece doesn't look very stable. It is staying there, but it doesn't look very stable. It's probably going to come down on my head. Now it won't come down on my head. Hopefully. Let's lean these up over here, because that's not firewood. I do a lot of this while I'm sitting down too, so that makes it much more enjoyable. So I'm gonna need some more of those for sure. It's not gonna be enough to frame out my wall. And of course I got these pieces here. Which I can also use on my wall. A few bigger nails. Throw them in there. Look, a little corner shelf. That might go up in that corner when I get done, or by the window or something. I don't throw out anything like that. I know, I'm a pack rat. Yes, I am. But a useful pack rat. Ah. Maybe. Depends on how you look. Whether or not I'm useful. Really depends on how you look at me. Oh, let's get this one flipped. Oops. You look at this stove while I'm plugging in the plug, because I just knocked it out. Yeah, okay. I'll get back with you in a second. How's the view? Not too bad? Okay. I'm going to start with these bigger pieces, of course. Because they need to go in. I'm going to stack them so I can reach some of them, you know? I'll get back with you when I get this corner cleared out. Alrighty, I got that corner cleared out. As you can see. Now I need to take this off. Good to get rid of this anyway. It's starting to become a fire hazard, really. I'm sure I'll find some other uses for those. Now, let's do this. Now 15 degrees Celsius, which is 60. So that's it. Now, let's see. This one, I can say wood there. Yeah, I'm not going to check the I should find some reason to like help me and I was going to show you. I'll use this one. But you want to inside, I want to get that. You want to not using that. Help you out. Very long result. Not sure. It's my camera moving stick. No, I got a project in mind for that one, but hey, it worked for that. Let's check the fire out. It is sitting at 60 degrees in here right now. Still, and the fire needs a couple of pieces of wood. I'm going to put a big piece in. And a couple of smaller pieces to go with them. Sit back and take a break for a minute now, guys. That looks a lot better than the blue tarps on there. That looks a whole lot better than the blue tarps on there. Now if I could fix this corner before I leave, I'll be very happy about that. I'm just going to use this mini table over here for now. I'll bring out a whole bag of tools with me in case I needed them. I didn't, I just needed my saw, my hammer, my axe. Piece of wood that I had through here beside the stove is almost dry. Lay that up on top of the pot of boxes there now in a minute. Let's get this over out of the way so I don't trip in it going back and forth. And I want to get it away from the stove anyway. It's just very combustible. So, starting to look better and better out here all the time now. I do have to get something put in front of my stove because there is little sparks hopping out of there. Nothing major, nothing I'd worry about. But safety first, guys, safety first. This side over here is not a lot of drag gate where the gate is. Thin piece of pine. Oh. Quite a day. It's been quite a day. Been fun. I had a blast. I'm soon going to get ready to start making something to eat because my food is froze solid. Maybe I'll make a cup of coffee, guys. That sounds like it's in the works. Clean up some of this stuff first. Well, I'll just tie it and leave it here just in case I get in my mind to do another project. I don't think I will, but who knows? This over here, that's wrong. Can you see everything I'm doing? No? My beautiful wall. Looks much better. Now you can see everything I'm doing. And you can still see me. Haha. Fantastic. Canteen of water. Also, I bring out my little kettle. You can see I already made some coffee pods. I'm going to call them coffee pods. I'm going to sawdust in them. First kettle boil up on the new stove with the new pipe, the new wall. Let's see how long that takes to go now. I got a big chunk of wood in there. That's wood is flame shooting out. This is good. Some sugar. An extra bottle of water. I'm gonna leave this one out here. Maybe I'll put a little shelf up over there out of that piece of pine that I got. Oh, there's two pieces there. I might make a little shelf or something here to put my water on. I might just leave it on the table over in the corner. It'll be fine there too. I got my pot, which I don't currently need. I got my mug. Just a little leaf out. That's good. Just some sawdust or something in there. That's okay. My older My Back Step sticker. Oh yeah, I'll bring a tin of Sprite with me too. I'll put that down here so it gets cold. Should lay my water that I'm drinking down there too. I got 2 bottles on the go. Huh? Oh god. Oh, a spoon, a dirty spoon. A fork. They need to be cleaned. More enough. I ought to throw my spork in here too. A plastic fork. And my trusty spork, which isn't the cleanest either, but it'll do. I'm gonna give this one away, put my shirt and it'll be fine. Throw that there, throw that there. One in there. One in here. That can go back in. Here's the little light I bring out, guys. This here plugs in via UPS. USB. And there's no on and off switch on it. It's just whoa. It's just plug it in, it comes on. It's nice and bright for out here. Unplug it and it goes off. gonna go up a bit. Up a little bit. There we go. Not too bad. I can use my adjuster stick. There we go. I'm not going to have an adjuster stick for too long because I do have an idea for that. This little light though, yeah, I can hang it right here in the middle and run it down, have my plugs up on the top here. And it's just a little 5-volt LED light bulb. Gives off lots of light though. I've got some of them in the house that I use for things, and they've been working really well, so I figured why not have one out here for when it gets dark, especially in the winter time. It gets dark super early out here. And with the way things are going with this here now, I will soon, quite possibly, no guarantees, but I may be back out here doing my lives. Some of them anyway. Especially in the summertime when I don't need so much wood. I'm going to take this back in with me for now because I'm not going to need it today. Sit back now and let the kettle boil. I'm going to move the camera closer now though too, so I don't have to keep getting up and down to it. Even though it's a lot easier to get up and down the stuff in here at the moment. Soon, I think, while I'm waiting for the kettle though, what I will do is I'll figure something out for this. Maybe I'll tuck a tarp up underneath it and tack it onto the sides or something so it stops the snow from blowing in. And it'll stop a lot of the heat from getting out. So before I move the camera or anything, that's what I'm going to do.